Rumors about Kim Taehyung and Park Jimin's possible trip to Japan have become a hot topic among fans. Although there has been no official confirmation from any party, various speculations about the travel plans of the two have begun to emerge and provoke public curiosity. Many fans imagine, what if the two idols return to travel together to enjoy their free time after undergoing various hectic activities? In the scenario that fans imagine, the process of planning a trip is certainly the most exciting stage. As the two figures are known to have a high attention to detail, many believe that every decision will be carefully considered. Starting from determining the departure date, choosing an airline, to arranging a schedule of activities while in Japan is a topic that is discussed in various fan communities. The planning is expected to begin by adjusting the agenda of each. An international artist's schedule is usually filled with various activities, ranging from rehearsals, recording processes, photo shoots, to business meetings. Therefore, finding a completely empty time becomes a challenge. After finding the time that is considered ideal, the next step is to determine the main purpose of the trip. Japan offers so many choices of cities that have different characters. There are those who like a dynamic metropolitan atmosphere, while others are more interested in enjoying an area with a traditional and calm feel. In various fan discussions, there are many opinions about which city is likely to be chosen if the trip is really planned. In addition to determining the destination city, the preparation of daily schedules is also an important part of planning. Fans imagine the two will list activities by priority. Part of the time may be allocated to rest, the other part is used to explore the area that is famous for local culture, culinary, to shopping centers. Because it is still limited to the planning stage, the entire agenda is certainly flexible and can change according to conditions. The transport aspect did not go unnoticed either. In the planning scenario, various flight alternatives are likely to be compared based on travel time, comfort, and schedule efficiency. The team assisting with the journey will usually consider whether a direct flight is more appropriate than a transit flight. Security factors, privacy, and ease of mobility while at the airport are also important parts that are likely to be included in the list of considerations. On the other hand, the choice of accommodation is also an interesting discussion. Fans imagine that comfort will be a top priority. The strategic location of the hotel, access to various destinations, security levels, and supporting facilities are expected to be some of the factors considered before the final decision is taken. Some fans even speculate that the quiet atmosphere of the hotel will be more appropriate if the main purpose of the trip is to enjoy some rest time. Travel planning is not only about destinations and transportation. The preparation of luggage is also one part that is quite attention-grabbing. In various discussions, fans try to imagine how the two idols would compile a list of necessary equipment. Starting from clothes that match the season, personal equipment, electronic devices, to documentation needs are expected to be prepared long before the day of departure. The weather factor is also often cited as one of the reasons why the departure schedule needs to be chosen carefully. Climatic conditions can affect comfort during the trip as well as planned activities. Therefore, many fans assume that monitoring the weather forecast is likely to be one of the measures taken before the departure date is determined. In this scenario, the preparation of a travel budget is also an important part. Although the artist's trip is often supported by a team of professionals, each expense still needs to be systematically planned. Transportation costs, accommodation, consumption, to operational needs during the trip are usually calculated in advance so that the entire agenda can run smoothly. Many fans also imagine that the planning process is carried out casually through light discussions. They speculate that Taehyung and Jimin may have exchanged ideas about places to visit or food to try. Moments like this are often considered interesting because they show the daily side of two friends who are known to have a close relationship. In various online communities, there are also lists of dream locations that fans think are suitable to be included in travel plans. Some propose modern areas with lively city lights, while others prefer parks, mountains, or traditional areas that offer a calm atmosphere. All of these proposals are certainly just a form of fan enthusiasm and not information about the plans that really exist. Privacy is another aspect that is expected to be included in the planning stage. As a public figure, every trip usually requires special arrangements so that activities can take place comfortably. Setting departure times, Access to vehicles and coordination with various parties are often part of the preparations made long before the trip begins. Planning is also expected to include possible schedule changes. The entertainment world is known to be so dynamic that the agenda can change at any time. Therefore, the preparation of a backup plan is often considered a wise move. With an alternative schedule, the trip can still be adjusted if sudden activities arise that must be prioritized. Fans imagine that the process of choosing a restaurant, a place to relax, or a tourist location is done by considering comfort and new experiences. A list of recommendations may be compiled in advance before they are selected according to interest. Stages like these are often considered a fun part of designing a journey because they allow various options to be compared before a decision is made. Not a few also argue that a trip to Japan, if one day is really planned, can be an opportunity to enjoy a different atmosphere from the daily routine. However, until now, all these discussions are still in the realm of speculation and fan imagination. Despite the various rumors, the planning stage is always an important part of a trip. Starting from adjusting schedules, choosing transportation, determining goals, preparing agendas, to preparing logistics is a process that requires coordination and careful consideration. In the context of Taehyung and Jimin, the whole picture above is just an illustration of how an itinerary might be arranged, not a report of what happened or is happening.